So we've decided to go live. Yo. Guess who's in Anaheim? Over here, I think it's called La Palma Park in Anaheim, California. Anaheim police are conducting a DUI and driver's license checkpoint. All right, we got one being pulled out of the car live here. Sounds to me like he didn't have his license on him, so they're going to temporarily confiscate his property and have him go over to those chairs over there so they can verify his driver's license so they don't hold up the line. Kicking out the passenger. So the passenger's been told to exit the vehicle. So they've temporarily confiscated and taken possession of his car. Now he's the passenger. I don't know why he's being checked. He's the passenger of the vehicle. If I was in his position, I'd be asking, why am I being detained? There they go over there to the gonna check you out area. Possible suspended driver's license. So they pulled the passenger out, frisked him, and although he hasn't asked if he could go or anything, he's just complying and just oh, well, they haven't detained him. They did frisk him and he's going across the street over to the shopping center. They kick him back and waiting. Huh. Alright, so they didn't detain him, but they did frisk him. Which was interesting. Of course, he didn't tell him that I don't consent to searches or anything of that nature. He just blindly obeyed and let them cop a feel. And make sure the camera of mass destruction is... Oh, looks like it timed out. Whoops. Hold on. There we go. So we've just been sitting here. Or should I say standing here. Taking some pictures and video, and I've been left alone, which is good. No one's messed with me. No one's told me to back away, and that I'm interfering in the checkpoint. I mean, they've been pretty cool with my presence, so that's a good thing. I wonder if I can ask that officer a question. Is there a sergeant or an officer that I can just ask a couple quick questions to?
Sure, right over the table, right there.
Okay, I'll go over there.
Yeah,
thank you.
the one, sure.
I want to ask him if it's normal for them to frisk passengers. We'll go over there later in a little while. I don't want to be detoured from my documentation. Plus, seems like he's a little busy over there. Yeah, this is California. It's Anaheim, California. Oops, sorry. I had it zoomed in a little bit. So as you can see, I'm actually pretty close. I'm like in the checkpoint, and they're not messing with me in the least, which I have to give them props for that. So far, I've pretty much had my my way on where I stand, where I get my shots from, where I document. So last time I was at an Anaheim checkpoint, it was pretty much the same way. They didn't mess with me at all. But that's not the only reason I come out here, is to document and to see if they are going to respect my First Amendment right. The other reason is to actually come out and document, gather content. It's not all about seeing if they're going to confront me over it. It's the actual documentation of it. Should I push the envelope and see how far to the curb I can actually go before they start giving me problems? How close should I get to these vehicles? Listen to the dog. I don't think the dog likes cops. Hey, New Zealand, I see that comment. Hey, thanks for checking this out. You guys have DUI and DUI checkpoints in New Zealand? Do New Zealand officials put up cones and herd you in like cattle into a little area and ask you all types of questions and make you show ID? I see that. Hey, Junk. Hey. Hello, right back. Thanks for stopping in. No, I don't like them either. I think roving patrols looking for people swerving and driving erratically do more as far as enforcement goes, and stopping drivers that are under the influence than setting up Nazi-style checkpoints like this. There's the camera mass destruction wave. Cam back on my own camera. Traffic seems pretty light. Oh, here comes another batch. Wave them in. I don't think that guy knows the left from his right. It's like, oh, damn it, I don't want to go that way. I don't think he knew his left from his right. Looks like they're doing 3 to 4 in and then letting everybody else pass. So they're filling it up with, looks like 4 cars. Oh, maybe 5. And then having everybody else just go. That guy's got a vape in the back. That's fun. So, I'm gonna be here for a little while, taking pictures and getting video. I do want to go talk to the sergeant. I just hope I can understand him. I may need my translator though. We may have to pull that out. That'll be a nice clip for later. We'll see. We'll see if we can pull it off. You know, I think it'd be kind of funny if I can get close to the curb here as cars come and as he's talking to them. I think they'd go get me for interfering if I start honking the toy pig. I think that'd be pretty funny. I probably won't get it on the phone. I'll probably get it on my GoPro if I use my pig translator. Should I say swine translator? I think this is called La Palma Park in Anaheim. think this is Catella. I don't know. What's that? See if I can zoom in on that light over there. Oh, you're not going to be able to read that. That's too far. Sorry. But I think it was called La Palma Park. Google La Palma Park and see what comes up. And if you go on Google Street View, you see the laundry mat across the street, or this park. There's a Circle K and Subway right here. Oh my God, now I've seen it all. Check out this car. Lipstick bail bonds. Their slogan's "Kiss Jail Goodbye." I like it. Lipstick bail bonds. I think that's hot pink too. It's not bright pink, but it looks like it's hot pink. That is funny. Good taco spot? Ooh. Yeah. Is that I can't even pronounce it. Sorry, guys. Is it Naranjito? Mexican Grill? Something like that. E-L, then Naranjito. Naranjito? Something like that. Doesn't the J sound kind of like an H? Like Jesus? So it'd be like Naranjito. Naranjito? I don't know. I have no clue. That's a guess. Alright, camera's still going. When I get all the pictures and video and I want, I'm gonna bust out my swine translator here and see if I can get a reaction. So sooner or later, these checkpoints will be nationwide and further operated. Yeah. Man, look at that. Having a job that requires you to sit in a chair and keep count. There you go. You got it easy. Cops can count now? I think that's what her job is right there. At the beginning of the checkpoint, they're kicking back in the chair. She's got a clipboard. I think she's a count keeper for how many vehicles they contact. They got to document everything too for their grant that they get to run this. I mean, when the grant money's up for grabs, all types of departments want a chunk of that money. It's free money for them. Free OT. Free taxpayer money for grants, you know? Well, not all of it's taxpayer money. But, because they come, you know, it's, best of my knowledge, some of it's donated and fundraised, but I believe some of it's taxpayer money. Part of the grant money is taxpayer money. They've kind of got things backed up now. So much for keeping the flow of traffic. There we go. Look, he just waved his wand. He didn't tell the driver he can go. He just kept waving it. It's like he's too good to tell the driver, you can go. Oh, there's a guy on a bicycle across the street. He's got those light up rims. That's pretty cool. Tom Zebra. Oh, Daniel needs to get some of those for his bicycle. Check that out. Let's get Tom Zebra some of those lights for his bicycle. For his tires. Oh, you can't see it. There it goes. I'm getting distracted. All right, I'm not saying it's right, but this is the way it goes for anybody that doesn't really understand these, you know, how these checkpoints can go up in California or anywhere else for that matter, and why they're not considered unconstitutional. Okay, I think I've touched on a few of it before. You know, the almighties in their black robes have decreed to the people that, that if the police departments do certain things, it'll be constitutional. One of which is they got to advertise. They got to let the public know that they're going to be doing these. Now, they don't really stipulate how they advertise. So you'll never see a department running ads or commercials on TV. It's too expensive. It would just eat away that grant money that they're trying so hard to gather for the department by running this checkpoint. But they'll post on their websites like Facebook or on the media section of their police department organization page, the media release. They'll post it there. So once they've told the public, kinda, that they're going to be doing a checkpoint in a city. Now, some departments go so far as give you an approximate location. Some don't tell you anything. They just say it's going to be in this city, and good luck avoiding it. But actually, this press release actually gave a fairly decent pinpoint of where this checkpoint was going to be. It gave a cross street. Now, it's not the exact cross street, but it's pretty darn close. Hold on. Hold that thought. We can watch and I can still talk. So, now that the public knows, they set up these checkpoints, right? Now, these checkpoints have to be considered voluntary, okay, to be constitutional, according to the almighty overseers in black robes, okay? If they're voluntary, then you consent, all right? Now, how do they make them voluntary? Well, what they're supposed to do is they're supposed to warn you way ahead of time up the road with a lit signage that there is a DUI and driver's license checkpoint coming up. And you're supposed to be have a viable and legal way around it if you choose to. Okay. Now they do position. Usually motorcycle cops. There was a whole bunch of motorcycle. There's still a lot. There's some motorcycle police motorcycles over there, but they'll usually position officers in certain areas ahead of the checkpoint, not necessarily looking just for people that avoid the checkpoint or try to skirt it and go around it, which they can legally do, but they look for somebody doing that in an what you might call unlawful manner, like being in that inside lane. Forget these cones were there. Let's say you were in that far lane, by the middle median, and you came up to an intersection and you said, "Oh crap, a DUI checkpoint," and you made a right-hand turn from all the way over there down the street to avoid it. Well, that would be an illegal right-hand turn from that lane. They would pull you over for that. And of course, they're going to ask you, have you been drinking and all this stuff, just like they would in the checkpoint itself. I mean, they'll use any excuse in the book. You didn't signal when you made the turn, or you swerved a little bit as you made the turn. I mean, I'm not saying that, they're not going to pull everybody over and make up some excuse. I'm not saying it's right. But if the perception, they follow the rules set by the almighty overseers in black robes, and they give the perception that this is a voluntary checkpoint, which means if you don't pay attention and you enter the checkpoint, you did it voluntarily. You did not avoid it. And once you're in it, you're screwed. You've now given consent. Once you enter, you've given consent. So you can't enter and then say, "Oh no, I don't want. I no longer consent." They won't let you do that. Once you enter, you're pretty much screwed. But that's how they're getting away with claiming these are constitutional, is by making them as voluntary as they can. So, I mean, and most of these that I've done, especially in Orange County, that Orange County Sheriff's Department have conducted, I've been there and I've seen people avoid it and they don't get pulled over. I mean, I've sat with the motorcycle cop and had a conversation with him while he's doing, a little personal, what YouTube's doing to me. There we go. Looks like we're back up. Control over that. What was that? Let's do that. There's salt and pepper head over there. Hey, that's what his officer called him. I think he called him salt and pepper head. Looks like he's a little busy right now. So here's the detainment center. I bet you it's the interference from all these lights that they got going on over here. There we go, we're back. Lights, I think. Alright, looks like we're back. That's just weird. I've never had this much trouble on a live feed on my phone. Don't know what YouTube is trying to do to me. I have no idea what's going on with this interference. Alright. You guys still with me? Shit. That is just so weird. There's got to be some heavy interference. There's got to be some heavy interference from all their electronics they're running over here. I wasn't having this much trouble over there. I still got the circle thing going on here. Just trying to reconnect the video feed. I see the comments popping up. They think you're immune to addiction. Hey, somebody type 1 if there's video, 2 if there's nothing. Yeah, okay. I wonder if it's buffering, because I still got the stupid circle wheel on my phone. Kind of like it's trying to connect. So, bear with me. Seems like if I get too close to these electronics, it really screws with my connection here. I was going to try to get some camera shots here. There we go. It's a little bright. How's that? I still got that stupid wheel. It's still spinning on my screen like it's trying to connect. Yeah, those cops sitting here, their job is to document. Somebody didn't have their license, they bring them over here, and these officers run their name and their information to see if their driver's license is valid or not. Or this would be where they would conduct a sobriety checkpoint if they thought you were under the influence. They'd pull them over here. Take a couple snapshots. Somebody's lighting off fireworks. I was watching the Angels game earlier. They won. They beat Cleveland. The Indians. I was worried though for a minute. Oh, look at this guy's over here working. He's on a laptop or something. I don't know. These people are stupid. People are stupid and is a soft target. Kids get bullied and bullied and bullied, and then somehow they get a hold of either their parents' firearm or whatever, because it wasn't locked up. Who knows? And bad things happen, and there's nobody at the school that's allowed to have a firearm to defend themselves. I mean, if somebody is out to do harm and they're face to face with you, you think you're going to be able to really talk your way out of it? No. You're going to bring a can of mace? I don't even think you're allowed that. I mean, a pencil. You're going to bring a pencil or a pen to a gunfight? I mean, I think one of the, you really want, in my opinion, you want to get rid of these school shootings, you get rid of gun-free zones, okay? Get rid of gun-free zones. Let people that are there in those zones have a way to protect themselves. I mean, what was it, Aurora Theater? When that theater shooting happened, the guy had, I think they said like 4 to 6 theaters closer to him. But he picked the one he did. It was the only one that was a gun-free zone. Interesting, huh? The theater he chose to do that was the only theater that was a gun-free zone. Should wake you up, but no. Well, that's what they said about the EU. Like in Europe, they say, oh, they don't have as many shootings in Europe because they ban guns. I mean, not even you know, most of their police department don't even have guns. Only you know, special units. But if you look up the statistics in that same in those same countries in the European Union, you look at how you know, the staggering statistics of other assaults, knife attacks, you know, with a baseball bat, you know, machetes, hatchets, rocks, you name it. It still happens. People still get attacked with a tool, and it's pretty sad. You cannot ban and outlaw crazy. You just can't do it. Or stupid. You can't. I mean, nobody's psychic. And you can't ban firearms in America. So if you can't ban firearms in America, I would think the only thing you can do to curb violence and assaults with deadly weapons is to make sure everybody has a way to defend themselves. Everybody has, you know, a firearm of their own. Now, with the exception of like gangbangers, you know, and drug lords and cartels and all that crap, I am willing to bet that where there are the most armed citizens, and it is well known to the criminal element that the majority of the people in the area are armed, you will have less of those incidents. There's a city out in Texas, a town. There's a town out in Texas. I can't think of the name offhand. But they have like the highest firearm ownership rate per resident than a lot of places. And guess what? Their I think it was not their murder rate, but their might have been their murder rate. It was like, if you compare it against the whole nation, it was one of the lowest. But people, you know, people ignore those type of statistics to fit their own narratives. Been waiting for these people to leave so I can go talk. Oh well, I'm getting tired of this view. Let's go back to where we were. Maybe we'll pull out the swine translator. Maybe we can get rid of this stupid loading wheel on my screen. I think it's a glitch. I think it's here forever now. It won't go away. Hold on, I gotta lower this thing. There we go. Ah, too far. Hold on. Ah, shit. There we go. Oh, looks like they moved the guys that were right here. Somebody's on a break, maybe. Yeah, we're here. Oops. I wonder what that sound is. I was ready. If they had confronted me, I was going to pull out the swine translator, but they've actually been pretty cool. Just let me do my thing. Oh, listen to that engine. Bada 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 bada. Well, this is taking longer than normal. Oh. They gotta pass. Hey, that guy looked like a security guard. All right. Let's go see if these two officers right here have a sense of humor. You guys ready? We're gonna go see if these two officers right here have a sense of humor. Okay, guys, ready? Seems like a pretty uneventful checkpoint so far. Not a lot of DUIs. It's really not that late yet, huh?
What media outlet do you work for?
I'm sorry?
What media outlet do you work for?
I'm independent.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. You guys had like a lot of DUI accidents?
You want to talk to our PIO?
Is he on scene?
No. If I give you a number, you can call him.
Is there a sergeant on scene?
I'm sergeant.
Okay.
I can't give interviews.
He can't give interviews.
So that's why I say if it's an interview.
You know, it's pretty funny. Last time I did Anaheim, the sergeant that was running it was more than happy to talk to me and answer a couple simple questions.
I'm just telling you, I'd have to refer you, if you're media, I would have to refer you to our PIO.
I'm independent media.
If it's an interview, I can refer you to our PIO. I'm not trying to be rude, I'm just telling
Your policy, because of your policy, you can't answer a couple questions. You're telling me your department's got you, you know, cut off. You can't answer questions.
I'm not telling you anything. I'm saying if you'd like to conduct an interview, I can get you in contact with our PIO.
But you're not allowed to answer any questions to
I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying
media.
if you'd like to conduct an interview, you can be in touch with our PIO.
Well, how would you? That just seems to me like you're coming across like you refuse to answer questions. I see you smirking. Hey, I think I found one of your officers. He's right here. Did you guys lose an officer? No. He's not talking now. Now see, that's the type of attitude that gets good cops in trouble, I tell you. I don't think that guy likes me. Guy was an ass. Oop, pardon my French. So if you guys look up on my videos, 2 years ago, I think it was 2016, I did an Anaheim DUI checkpoint. And the sergeant that ran it was not only professional, but he answered a couple questions. We have this sergeant here that's refused to answer any questions and has directed me to his PIO, or would direct me to his PIO if I wanted the information. Suey! Suey! I don't think that guy liked me too much. I don't think he liked my pet either. Oop. See him smirking before my pet got pulled out? He was smirking. What an attitude. There he is right there. You know what I think it is? He has a problem with media and full transparency. So of course he's got a problem with me. There's officers with that type of attitude in every department. And that's an example to other departments of how not to act. But he gave me attitude, I gave him attitude right back. I don't give a shit. Well, when we go home, we'll have to cut and splice that that little bit. I'll make a separate video just with the pig and the sergeant. It'll be like I'll make like a little 1-minute video, real short one. And he does not like me. He does not like me. That guy right there. Don't bug them, they're working. I just wanted to ask a couple questions. That is the first time in all the checkpoints that I've documented that I've had the person running it, the sergeant, give attitude and act like an ass. All right. Well, I'm going to probably end this live stream. I'm going to get some more pics and some video clips, and I'll be wrapping it up and heading back south. There's only so much of Anna slime I can tolerate, and only so much of Anna swine I can tolerate as well. So there is a distinct stench of swine in the air, and I got to get out of here. So for everybody that's been watching, thank you. I know it's been pretty boring just watching me document this checkpoint here, but definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. I know I've been kind of non-existent for the past month. I'm having some back issues, and I've been lazy, so I'm sorry, but I do have some plans hopefully they come to fruition, and I can get them done, and we can get out to some new areas and get some video for you guys to watch. But definitely wanted to come out here and document this checkpoint. I'm glad I did, but like I said, I just can't stand the stench of swine in the air anymore here in Anaheim. Swine. So you guys take it easy, and watch for that clip. I'm gonna paste together a little video clip of some of the photos and video clips I got, and I'll include the pig in it too. It'll be a short clip, but I'll try to make it funny for you. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Junkyard News, and we shall see you at the next audit. Peace!